I guess that's everything that I can say about the trailer here. That's everything I can think of, anyways. That's all I can analyze. The important stuff, anyway. Now we're gonna go to the battle system, and since then, there has been an English translation. And I don't mean people translating it, I mean there is an actual English version of this, like around 20-second video. So we're going to talk about that next. So let's just do this right now. After I talk about the battle system, then I'm going to talk about that one other thing. And then we'll be done. Okay, so here it says line them up. That's what that says. And we can see here that Mario has 20 seconds to make a decision. This is the beginning of the games, so maybe this will increase. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's Olivia, there's a Toad, and then there's fleeing, of course, right? There's hint, cheer, and flee. So I imagine Olivia can give you a hint on what to do. I'm not sure what the difference is between hint and help, but I guess we'll see. Cheer is basically, appeal, like in Thousand Year Door, because this is basically that. It's kind of cool how you can do this again. I imagine that there's going to be rewards that you can get from it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works. Maybe you can battle and you can sort of save it. And then, let's say in like 2 or 3 turns later, you can press cheer, and then you can sort of cash out. You know what I mean? Like you can bank what you've done in battle for the audience members to watch. And then at any point, you can have them applaud you. And depending on when you cheer, maybe you'll get a different amount of rewards or something like that. Maybe there's some strategy there, I'm not sure. It would be pretty cool though. And the rewards in question, I'm not sure what they could be. Maybe some extra coins or HP, something like that. That's my guess. That's the most logical explanation for that anyway. But yeah, we'll see what cheering does. Also, another thing that I would like to talk about here quickly is I hope in this game there's no penalty for fleeing, right? Because a lot of Paper Mario and Mario Luigi games, there have been a lot of instances where if you choose to run away from battle, you'll get penalized for it. Like in some games, you have to mash A, you'll lose coins, and it's like, why? Can I ask why that's a thing? If you're fleeing in an RPG, that means that you are choosing not to get experience points. Isn't that penalty enough? How about if you don't level up enough or upgrade enough and you face a late game boss, you'll get your ass kicked. Is that not much of a penalty? I don't know why they have to add so many penalties. Like, the penalty for fleeing is not upgrading enough for the late game. Why do you have to make it so that, oh, well, you gotta mash the buttons so that you don't lose a lot of coins? Or it's like, oh, you didn't successfully flee. Oh, now you're gonna get hit. It's like, no! Let me run away if I want to run away. The penalty is not upgrading enough for a late game boss. Shut up. So I hope that this game doesn't do that. The later Mario and Luigi releases completely fixed that. So that's something that I really like. When Dream Team and Paper Jam did that, where you could just run away, I was so happy. I forget if the remasters of Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story changed it so that when you flee, you just run away and that's it. But in general, yeah. Dream Team and Paper Jam, I know for a fact, make it so that when you flee, you don't lose any coins or anything like that. It's like, oh, you don't get experience for that fight. That's enough of a penalty. It better be that way in this game. But yeah, okay, moving on from fleeing. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, you line them up, of course. Great lineup, attack power up, 1.5 times the attack, of course. And this is the point here where all of this is translated. This is something that I'm going to want to look at too. So, we see here, and people have translated this before, but we now have 100% confirmation that this is what it says. Right? This is what we're seeing. So, before I saw some people translate that and it said equipment, but it says gear, same basic thing, whatever. People did get this right, though. It was weapons, items, the bottom stuff to do there, that's pretty much on point. Goomba, obviously. Show us a jump. I don't know, maybe the audience can like give you hints on stuff on what you can do. Maybe not outright solve the puzzles for you, but here's a, maybe a slight hint, something like that, right? And then, oh well, I was gonna say reading takes a few seconds out of your time because you're distracted, but you don't get timed at this part. It's just picking your attacks and stuff. So this part isn't timed, like the second half of the battle system, so on and so forth. But yeah, underneath weapons we see a red bar. Now, I thought about this, and to me what this looks like is durability. Alright, after Mario Tennis Aces came out, I'm like, you know what, I wonder if there's going to be another Switch game that has durability. Well, there you go, Animal Crossing New Horizons. And then, once again, after New Horizons came out, once again, I thought to myself, I wonder if there's going to be another Switch game that has durability. And it looks like Origami King might have that. Now, here's the thing, I don't mind. I don't mind if this game has durability. I don't care about that. I find that to be okay. This isn't Sticker Star and this isn't Color Splash. We can see that. We can see from the beginning of this footage, fades in from black. You move the rings, you pick your weapon, boots or hammer, and then Mario attacks. That's all. There's nothing to look at. You're like, oh, well, let's just see what kind of moves I have here. Let's cycle through. No. Boots or hammer, done. That's it. There are no finite resources in this battle system. From what I can see, there is absolutely none of that. And that's one thing that people have wanted. I didn't mind the battle system of Sticker Star and Color Splash. In my opinion, they weren't as bad as people made them out to be. But the lack of XP and stuff like that definitely adds to that. Color Splash sort of mended that, but not 100%. I didn't mind the battle systems for those games, though. But anyways, here we see Boots and Hammer done. Some people thought that they said Mario's Boots and Mario's Hammer, but no, it just says Boots and Hammer. So I don't know, it might be a durability thing. That's the only thing that I can get from that bar, right? So at some point, you could have a stockpile of boots and hammers in your inventory, like in your gear. That might be what that is. But that's the thing, I don't mind that, right? They're not one-time uses like cards and stickers. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the items are. It could pertain to that sack icon in the heads-up display, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this looks pretty good. I'm really, really happy about this. Like, items, gear, we don't have stickers or cards again, right? There's no finite resource. I am good with this, right? I liked those battle systems. So by default, this one, yeah, I'm going to be in love with it. Plus the puzzle aspect with the ring and stuff. Oh, I'm going to love this. And of course the music. If there's one thing about them, the music. Top notch. So in terms of that department, we're fine. But yeah, it says here, standard boots, great for jumping on basic enemies, right? So the shiny boots that we saw earlier, that's something that people have been worried about, but there's no finite resource. It seems to me like you're going to be able to permanently upgrade your boots. If not, later in the game, you'll be able to buy better boots. And think of it like Animal Crossing, right? Like you have a stockpile of nets and shovels, flimsy axes to get wood from trees, stuff like that, right? Animal Crossing, New Horizons, you have durability. And you have a stockpile of them in your inventory, right? That's what I think this is going to be. It's not a finite resource like in Sticker Star and Color Splash. It's not the same thing. if it does work out like this, where it is durability, and it's kind of like Animal Crossing, for example, where you have a stockpile of things, I don't mind this one bit. I like this. I think it's really good. So, to some extent, that is a finite resource, but it's done in a certain way, right? Like, it's done in such a way where I don't mind it. I like that. But that's speculation. It's either that, or you can permanently upgrade them. And, pick your boots, start the battle, Mario's turn, and, he does 12 damage. Did it work? I closed my eyes. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so that's all that. That's the English battle system right there. So that's cool.